Welcome to your Tech News Today, the Monday through Friday podcast about keeping you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. We'll get started in a moment. First, we'd like to recognize our partners who help make these podcasts possible. It's Wednesday, December 5th. I'm Mike James. Coming up in a bit, we've got another serious data breach to tell you about. Plus, you might be able to take a trip to space a lot sooner than you thought. And don't look now, but it's yet another blunder by Samsung. All that today on Tech News Today. We start with yet another serious data breach. The popular question and answer website Quora announced this week that its site has been compromised by hackers. Quora is where questions are asked, answered, edited, and then organized by the Quora community. They cover all kinds of questions from history to technology to current events. Site administrators found out last week that hackers broke into the system and stole data of up to 100 million people. And here's that laundry list once again of exposed names, email addresses, and encrypted passwords. Some people even had their data imported from other social networking sites stolen. A company's CEO posted details of the breach on a blog that said that everyone impacted would receive an email telling them what happened. As with all major data breaches, there are steps that you should take to make sure you're protected. For example, keep an eye on your bank statements and credit reports and watch for suspicious activity. One app that Kim does recommend to keep track of bank accounts is called Mint. It is not an endorsement. They are not advertisers, but it is a good app that you can check in on your bank accounts every once in a while.
All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds.
Well, here we go. Space travel might actually be here sooner than you think, at least according to Virgin Galactic CEO Richard Branson. Now, sooner than you think, you might be thinking, well, okay, maybe next year, maybe 2020. No, actually, he is saying that they are going to try to put a person into space before Christmas. No, not next Christmas. This Christmas. The company's been working on space travel for about 14 years, and it appears to be ready for its next giant leap. Branson is in a race to beat competitors like Elon Musk's company SpaceX and, of course, Blue Origin to offer commercial space travel. Jeff Bezos owns Blue Origin, and he said that the company plans on selling tickets to suborbital flights sometime next year. Now, one thing that has slowed Virgin Galactic's progress was a test flight that crashed back in 2014. That crash killed a pilot, and a co-pilot was injured badly. The company took a break and only resumed testing flights earlier this year. Branson also said that he plans on being the first passenger with Virgin Galactic to take flight, but that won't happen until test pilots have made a few successful trips without him. Just ahead, I'm sure you remember the exploding Samsung phone from a while back. Well, they've gotten themselves into another mess. We'll tell you about that next. Right now, let me tell you about our partners at Quip. I love when I see technology used in a way that not only improves your life, it also improves your health. And I'm talking about Quip, the electric toothbrush. This is not just any old electric toothbrush. It was created by dentists and designers and the pros that understand sometimes you need to add technology to improve a product. I love brushing my teeth with Quip. It gently pulses, so if you have sensitive gums, it's a perfect toothbrush for you. And I feel like I have given my teeth a deep cleaning, and it's something that you don't get with a manual toothbrush. Quip electric toothbrush is the perfect gift for anyone with a mouth. That means everybody, and it may look like a big ticket item, but it starts at just $25. And if you go to quip.com/Kim right now, you get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. But you don't have to tell your giftee that. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com. That's getquip.com/Kim. Yesterday, we told you about Samsung's recent Twitter mess. It had an account to publicize the Galaxy Note 9 smartphone. The problem? Well, its social media team was sending posts from an iPhone. And now we learn that Samsung was just caught using a photo taken with a professional camera and then claiming the image was captured with a Samsung smartphone camera. How do we know this? Well, the freelance photographer who took the photo ratted Samsung out for using it. The company said the picture was taken with a Galaxy phone in portrait mode, but in reality it came from a DSLR camera and Samsung purchased it from a stock photography site. This, of course, is probably just going to be swept under another rug like some of the other embarrassing things that have happened recently for Samsung. But these start to pile up, and of course, if you're a big company like Samsung, that could hurt your reputation, and of course, it all goes downhill from there. So hopefully they'll get things right here soon. Well, you may have heard about a social media site called Tumblr. It's a popular way for people to share their thoughts, post links, music videos, and photos. And it's become a bit of a problem over the years. You might see where this is going. Yep, some folks have been using the site to post porn, and it's been rampant for quite a while. A 2016 study showed that almost half the people visiting Tumblr ended up seeing porn at one time or another. It's about to change, though. Well, they must have learned something from Starbucks recently. Representatives announced at Tumblr that starting December 17th, adult content will be banned from the site, which includes photos, videos, and even GIFs that are considered to be porn. The only exception will be nudity that is considered to be art. That won't be a problem at all. Anyone who shares adult content in the future can expect to receive an email letting them know that their post should be on Facebook. Oh no, that's not true. Anyone who shares adult content in the future can expect to receive an email letting them know that their post will be set to private, so they'll be the only ones who will be able to see it. The site's CEO said it's making this change to create a place where more people feel comfortable expressing themselves, and there are no shortages of sites on the internet where they can go to see adult content. Well, here's a disturbing story, and it serves as a warning that you really need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. A Chicago woman has filed a $100 million lawsuit against Hilton Worldwide. The anonymous woman stayed at a Hampton Inn and Suites in New York a few years ago and claims that a hotel employee filmed her taking a shower. The employee then used that video to try to blackmail her. Now, she didn't find out about it until someone uploaded the video to a porn site. Later, they emailed her the link and threatened to expose her identity if she didn't send them more nude videos. We talked about this on a recent Commando On Demand podcast. If you go to Commando On Demand and podnet.com, you can listen to that podcast where we talked about all these hidden cameras in many VRBOs and hotels, mostly small hotels, but this is kind of different in that it's a big, huge chain with Hilton. Now, after the victim refused to send more footage, the man started sending the video to her colleagues and also threatened to send it to more people if she refused to pay a ransom. The woman told Good Morning America that the video ended up on at least a dozen porn sites before all was said and done. Now, this isn't the first time a situation like this has happened. We told you about our podcast about it. We've also got an article on our website if you'd like to learn more. Just go to commando.com and search for Hidden Camera Video. You'll find out everything you need to know. Up next, the best gifts for kids this Christmas. Not just great gifts, but you're also going to save money, too. Right now, a word from our friends who help make this podcast possible.
Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus.
There's a new study by pediatricians that says you don't need to run out and buy the latest and greatest electronic devices for the young ones in your life. The report talked about choosing toys for children up to 5 years old. It claims that the best gifts for young kids are old-fashioned hands-on that they'll enjoy with their parents. And get this, even an empty cardboard box is still a great gift for a young child. One doctor who co-authored the report said a cardboard box can be used to draw on or made into a house. The researchers want kids to play with toys that open up their mind and express creativity. They suggest things like action figures, building blocks, dolls, coloring books, and puzzles, all the stuff that we had back in the 70s and 80s. The study also said that the tablet-based toys and games promoted as being educational have no scientific evidence to back those claims up. In fact, studies have shown that the heavy use of electronics by kids might interfere with their speech and language development and could lead to obesity. The new idea of giving Junior an iPad and not having to worry about him for a while might just not be the best parenting style after all, which Kim has been talking about, I think, for years. Now on to the really important stuff. The fast food wars are heating up again. Burger King is offering customers its famous Whopper sandwiches for just a penny. But there's a catch. There's always a catch. You have to go within 600 feet of a McDonald's and order the Whopper through the BK app. Yeah, that's right. A good old-fashioned turf war has broken out, or it's just a big publicity stunt. You be the judge. Burger King announced on their social media page that they're turning more than 14,000 McDonald's into Burger King restaurants, more like Burger King ordering places. If you're within the designated area and you have Burger King's app on your device, it will unlock the 1-cent Whopper deal. Once the order is placed, you'll be detoured away from McDonald's and sent to the nearest Burger King to pick up your sandwich. Pretty good idea, I guess. Marketing idea, that is. And we'll have to see how old Ronald McDonald responds to that. Finally, for today's Commando Kicker, if you've been to the Upper East Coast this holiday season, you may have seen something pretty strange. It wasn't Rudolph, but a deer was caught on camera with its head stuck inside a plastic container. Rescuers have been searching for the poor guy since it was spotted, but it has not been found again as of yet. So if you do see a deer wandering around New York State with a plastic container on its head, at least you won't be taken by surprise. For more fun and interesting facts, go to thecommando.com and search for The Commando Kicker. And that's your tech news today. Thank you so much for listening. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you get these podcasts downloaded to your phone every day automatically. We'll see you tomorrow.